With every word, you fracture silence and splinter the ceilings built to contain us. These words come to life in Lena's story. Stay with us. Lena was born in a small town where disability was often hidden behind closed doors. She had cerebral palsy and used a wheelchair. Most people assumed she would live a quiet life, dependent, invisible, and unheard. But Lena had a gift: words. She began writing stories at the age of 10, first in notebooks, then online. Her stories weren't about overcoming disability. They were about living with it, fully, boldly, and unapologetically. She wrote about navigating love, education, discrimination, and joy as a young woman living with a disability. Her words were raw, honest, and deeply human. At first, few noticed, but one post about being excluded from a school event went viral. Suddenly, teachers, students, and even local officials began to listen. A school that once had no ramps saw construction begin. A teacher who once dismissed her finally paid attention. Her town began to change. But more importantly, Lena's stories reached people like her, students living with disabilities who had been told to sit down, be quiet, or stay home. They wrote to her saying, "I thought I was alone until I read your story." Lena didn't march in protests or carry a megaphone, but with every story she told, she fractured the silence around disability. She shattered ceilings built by low expectations, ignorance, and fear. She showed the world that activism isn't always loud, but it is always brave. Today, her blog is read across the globe, and she mentors young writers living with disabilities and leads storytelling workshops to help others find their voice. And she always reminds them, you don't need to be anyone else. Your story is enough. Your truth is power. To every activist, with or without disabilities watching this, keep speaking. Whether it's through stories, songs, speeches, or quiet conversations, your words are tools of change. You're not just breaking ceilings, you're building bridges for others to rise. If this spoke to you, share it and subscribe for Daily Wisdom for Inclusion, the world's first daily source of disability-inclusive motivational quotes. One quote, one story, one day at a time.